Hey unicorns, so I have had a really weird day. How about you? I'm 15, which means that I am old enough to start operating a vehicle, or as a normal person would say, drive a car. So this is obviously really exciting, but one thing that I was not expecting is that you have to be enrolled in a driver's ed course up here in Washington to even get your permit. Which, you know, I learned that and I was just like, okay man, we're cool, you know, that's all good. On my first day of driver's ed, I realized that I was gonna have to do, five different drives with an instructor. I don't know if you'd expect this or not from my videos, but I am 100% a person who, when I have to do something, especially something social, for the first time, I'm going to freak out for the first 24 hours, maybe a little bit more before that. So yesterday, I go to my driving school, and we're trying to figure out all of my drives because they said that I had to have like the first 3 scheduled. Cool. And they decided I should do the next one, like my first one, the very next day. Okay, starting to have a little bit of a panic attack here. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know, like, yeah, we can do that. So I'm like low-key freaking out over here. Come home, have a slight bit of anxiety attack because the way that they had scheduled it originally, I would have been driving on 99 in 2 weeks, which is... yeah, most of you guys played on this. It's like 40, 45 miles per hour, so that is pretty fast for a new driver. May I remind you guys, I just started driving like 4 or 5 days ago, so obviously this road is really intimidating, but I kind of realized not only would I have to go on this road for my driver's ed course thing, but also it's kind of the road that connects up to everything. Like, do you want to go to a mall? Cute, you're gonna have to go across it. I basically just accepted my fate, but for the future, you know, I'm like, okay, that's 2 weeks away, I got this. I wake up this morning all bright and early. It is 6:30 a.m., which I'm starting to get really used to waking up at that time, so I'm like, cool man, I love waking up at 6. Said no normal teen ever. Moving on. So I get up, I have a nice breakfast, you know, I have about 6 hours until I have to go do my driving thing, so I literally woke up, watched the Drag Race episode while eating breakfast, and then I watched half a 90210. And then it's time to go down to the driving school. So I'm trying to chill out. We're driving down to the driving school. I'm doing all good. We get there. I'm like gulping down my anxiety a little bit because I don't want to make it clear that I'm having a little bit of a panic attack on the inside, which, by the way, does not impair my driving in this case. So I'm doing all good, you know, I'm getting all ready to go. And I have 2 driver's ed classes per week. Okay, have them on the weekends. They're really fun. You know, it's a lot of note taking. But I'm there, and on the very first one and on the second one, they were talking about what I do on the different drives with this instructor person. Okay. First one, parking lot. Second, remember that. Second one is a neighborhood. You know, like some nice little neighborhood driving, which, by the way, neighborhoods are, like, not that fun to drive in. There's kids, there's not that many lines on the road, it's just bleh. But you do need to know how to drive them, so I get the fundamental of that. Third one, I'm supposed to go on city driving, which they didn't really exactly say what that meant. They said that they'd adjust it to your skill level, so it could probably be anywhere from like a kind of chill, like maybe 4-lane road, you know, 2 lanes on either side, to 99. Once again, probably the most intense road that I know of before the actual freeway. City driving, that was the one that I had in 2 weeks. Literally, I had it scheduled for 2 weeks from today. I changed up that date because I was a little nervous about it. Cool. The 4th drive is where you actually go on the freeway. Okay, so you're going like 60 miles per hour now in their small little driver's ed car, but okay, alright, that's cool. They're letting me schedule that one out a little bit farther, so I'm okay with that one. And then the 5th one is just review. I started driving just a few days ago, like I'm talking 4 or 5 days ago, but honestly, I have improved quite a bit in that time. First day, I just kind of went around like a little nice parking lot, like a church parking lot, and I was just kind of like driving around. There were no cars there, and I was just living my life, you know, backing up a tiny bit, but not too much reverse. Next day, I went to the school parking lot, which has like all kinds of weird obstacles, like there's trees, there's curbs, there's even more cars. It was crazy. So I'm in there and I'm working even more on reverse. Like my parents would be like, you're over here, you need to get over here by just like backing up. Perfect representation. So I've been doing that and I had parking lots down. So I was so ready for this parking lot thing. They ask me what my previous experience with driving is, you know, pretty standard question. And I say that I have done pretty good in parking lots, you know, like I've done the whole circle thing, I've done a little bit of reverse, I am really good at turning corners. I don't actually know if I said that or not, but I was like, I'm working on my turns and like, I'm getting really good at like braking and stuff, like, And then I listed one more thing that I'm kind of curious to know if this affected the whole rest of the drive or not. But I had said, which this is 100% true, last night I was going on a road that was 25 miles per hour. For new drivers, you'll understand that 25 is actually pretty fast when you're starting out. Like, I started driving and I was like, 5 miles per hour is my shiz. Like, I could just do this all day long. You know, I'm just cruising down the road and I'm like, 5 miles per hour is awesome. Oh, hey, Walker, you're going 5 times my speed. And honestly, at the time, my mom, we're out in the living room, and I'm like standing in front of the fireplace, I'm just chilling, and then my mom says something along the lines of, we're gonna have to try to figure out how to get you normally going like 25, because that's the average, like, lowest thing in most areas. You know, school zones, all that stuff. Any slow roads, it's usually like 25 and a little higher. So at the time she said this, and it literally sounded like a horror movie. Hey, Ren, you do realize you're gonna have to go 25 miles per hour in the next week, right? So that thought slightly scared me. I was like, okay, alright, I'll work on going a little bit faster. So then I go out and I go driving that night, because I go driving like 2 times a day. It's awesome. So I'm out driving for my like night drive. That's actually just after dinner. So I'm out there and I'm just like, la 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 la. You know, I'm going like 10, 15. You know, I'm like not going that fast. I'm going down a neighborhood. And then we had all decided that I wanted to like move up a little bit. I have to tell you guys about another thing that happened while driving, but I'll tell you guys about that one later. It's not anything bad. I made that sound like I got a ticket or something. It's just an interesting, funny story. Moving on with this situation. So I'm going down this road, and this is the one that I had talked about, the one the instructor was asking me like what my previous experience was. So it's like this 2 block by 2 block square sort of thing that's on a little bit faster roads. They're going 25, which, may remind you, at the time I'm like, oh my god, 25. So they're going 25. And I know how to get used to this. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm taking my nice little graceful stops, and I'm just kind of going around, just a little faster. And there are cars behind me, there are cars going the other way. I was doing pretty good. And in fact, my parents did congratulate me on that, and we went out and got some fries. Before last night, I had not really been around many other cars. All right, fast forward back to today. What? End of story. Fast forward to today. So I'm just chilling in the back seat as my dad drives me down to this driving school so I can go on my first drive. May I remind you, the parking lot drive. We'll see how that went. The driving school is on 99, that really crazy road that's 3 lanes on both sides. As I'm in the back of the car, I'm like, wow. I wonder if on the 3rd drive they're gonna make me like drive out of the driving school parking lot, because it's kind of like a really sharp turn and it's kind of like a hidden area. It's fine. Ren, just chill, okay? Today you're just gonna do a parking lot. In 2 weeks, you'll worry about what you're doing in 2 weeks. Alright, so some of the stuff that I previously told you about happened. I went into the driving school, they told me some stuff, I told them all the stuff about my previous driving experiences. We get in the car. I'm just sitting in the passenger seat. So I'm just sitting there and he's driving down. He's doing a commentary drive, so he's like, first we turn this way and this is why we do this. So he drives down to a neighborhood. And I'm just looking all around and I'm like, huh, I wonder where this parking lot is. You know, I'm just like, this is such a weird place. Like, we had somehow come off of 99, gone past some parking lot, and then now we're just in some neighborhood. So I'm like, wow, yeah, this is really cool. You know, it's like a kind of cool neighborhood. Maybe this is the place that we're gonna go on the neighborhood drive next week. Wow, good to know. And then he pulls over to the side of the road and parks. He tells me some more stuff, and he's like, this is gonna be required on the driving test, you know, you're gonna have to pull over like this, and you're gonna have to go back out. Okay, cool. So I'm just thinking, oh, I'm not gonna drive here. You know, he's just stopping over here. It's probably just on the way to the parking lot. So we're just stopping over here. He's telling me a few things and we're just gonna head off to the parking lot. Cool. He looks at me and he unbuckles his seatbelt. Starts to open his door and he says, we're switching. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna drive us down to the parking lot. Got it, okay. You probably think that I'm like a little bit more experienced than the other ones, so you're just gonna have me like drive through this neighborhood a little bit, you know. There's like a stop sign right in front of me and like a little tiny hill, so I'm like, oh, that must be the parking lot. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm fine driving like 3 blocks. Then I'm gonna go over to the parking lot. That is not what happened. So we had driven around this neighborhood a little bit. I was driving around this neighborhood, he's directing me where to go, I'm making pretty good turns, you know. Doing pretty good. I'm stopping at the stop signs and it's just all fun. And then I go around what are those things called? Roundabout. I think that's it. Yeah, the little things in the back of Google, I could easily get it. But anyways, we're driving down to this and then I'm just gonna kind of go straight. So I go like around it and then I go straight. Cool. That's cool. Alright, I go up and I stop at another stop sign and then somehow I end up back at this thing and then this time I'm going around it and over that way. Cool, you know, it's a little bit advanced neighborhood, you know, it's like a neighborhood, there's a few cars in it, it's not that bad. It's also kind of nice because a whole lot of the neighborhoods that I was driving in were pretty freaking crazy. Like, there's trees under the roads and the roads were like, oh my god, where am I going? So, it's a nice neighborhood. I'm just chilling, I'm like, okay. He must have brought me up a level, you know? I told him that I pretty much got parking lots down, he must have been like, oh. You know what, we're just gonna advance you to the neighborhood one and you'll be fine. I am glad that this happened in the long run. Okay, just continue on with the story. So, I'm driving out of this neighborhood now. Like, he has me go somewhere and I'm noticing that he wants me to like merge into a road that's a little bit more high speed. There's a few more cars there. So I'm turning in there and I'm like, oh, this must be a detour. Maybe now we're going to the parking lot. Long story short, I did not go to a parking lot. I was going down this road and it was like mediumly busy. Maybe it turned into like 4 lanes. So we're going along, I think it's about 30 miles per hour. So may I remind you, the night before I'm like, 25 is so fast. And I never really adjusted to 25 being like super fast, but I did find one thing though. Handy hint. Apparently, driving faster does not seem as fast when there's other cars around you. It just kind of feels like you're going common speed. Obviously checking your speedometer to make sure you're not over speeding, but you're just kind of, it's not as bad when there's more cars around you. I feel like if I was just going 60 on a random road, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm going so fast. But if I was to have more cars, I don't feel like it would quite be as bad. Okay, so I am driving down this road, I make a few random turns, and then somehow I end up on a road that my dad drives on a lot. Now, you know, could just be like a nice little back road or like some road that we drive on a lot. It was not. We used to go shopping, so we drive down that way and there's this like decently busy road that kind of leads up to this other really busy road that I think is 99 and they like cross it and then there's all the shopping stuff. As I'm driving down it, I realized that this is that road. This is the decently busy road that leads up to the even busier road. Once again, this is probably a good thing for me, but at the time, I'm kind of just having like slight little brief thoughts of, where am I going? Like, did he not get the memo that this is my first drive? Does he think this is my 3rd one? Anyways, so I'm going down this road and I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, I've been here before, that's cool. And then I go forward and I turn onto 99. I'm pretty sure it's 99 or it's a road just like it. It's pretty busy. So I'm turning on there, there's cars all around me. No one honked at me. But one funny thing is that I'm driving the student driver car, you know, cars that they have. I pretty much had like a bubble around me because no one wants to be next to that car. Like, it's bad enough just kind of having like the nice little student driver bumper sticker, but this thing has it painted all over it, so maybe that actually kind of helped me a little bit. But anyways, I'm looking around and I'm realizing, where am I going? I knew it was probably a better thing to just keep going along with what he wanted me to do and do as best as I could on that instead of just pulling over into like a 7-Eleven or something and being like, what are we doing? So I'm driving down 99 and there's like some hills on it. Like, I'm not kidding. There's some crazy hills. So there's like I think this was 99, I don't know, all the roads just kind of blended together. So there's like a hill that kind of goes up like that, and then it goes down, and there's like a little bit that kind of goes out, and then there's a stoplight. Speaking of stoplights, on the first day of class, they were going through all the different drives and what we should expect. I literally have this written down in my notes, and it says the stoplights are on drive 3. Okay, cool. This dude must really think that I am like so ahead of my class. I guess I'm doing pretty good, you know, haven't put us in life-threatening danger, which is good. We're driving along, 99, and then I notice that I am literally driving us back to the driving school. Anyways, I turn into the driving school, and then it's as I'm parking in there that I just realize that I have gone on the road that has been scaring me for months. Ever since I started thinking about driving and thinking about like the places I wanted to go, I've been realizing that just about everywhere that I want to go, like the comic book shops, the mall, all these places, I'm going to either go on 99 for like a few blocks, or I'm going to need to cross it. I was just so scared to go on that road, and I'm so thankful that I was able to do it. Wish me luck at my driving if you're also a student driver, or anyone that's trying to drive, or anything like that, or just a person that has driving anxiety or something. You can do this! Trust me, you can! Take all the proper steps, study the art of driving, and just trust me, you can do it. Shoulder pat. Alright, believe in yourself, you can do anything. Conclusion of the story, I am happy that my driving instructor did that, even though that it kind of freaked me out a tiny bit for a brief moment. I did it, and I'm so happy. Believe in yourself, you can do anything.